Today you're doing Module 4, Lesson 3. This is going to, this lesson is more about practicing the arrow way, but now you're going to use the arrow way with multiples of 10s and multiples of 1s. So if I have the equation 47 plus 21, so it doesn't matter what number you start with, I'm going to start with 47. And here you're going to break up 21 into 10s and 1s. So you have the number 21, 2 10s, and 1 1. So what this means is you're going to add 20 and then you're going to add 1. So here you can break it up into two groups of 10. You want those multiples of 10. So you could do 42 plus 10 plus 10. And then you're going to add those 1s plus 1. So 42, 52. 52 plus 10 is 62. 62 plus 1 is 63. Okay? So you're adding, this time you're doing multiples of 10 and multiples of 1. Okay? So let me show you subtraction. You're doing the same exact thing. So let's say I have the equation 66 minus 31. So this is where some of you are getting a little mixed up when it's subtraction. So you want to relate your knowledge of using that place value chart, and you can draw it or you can just write the unit form. So first we're going to draw 66 because that's the whole. So 6 10s, 1 2 3 4 5 6, and then 6 1s. 1 2 3 4 5 6. So 6 and 6. There's that unit form. Okay, so here you're taking 31 and you're breaking that apart. Remember, for subtraction you always start with the higher number and you subtract the lower number. Okay, so you start with the whole and you subtract the part. You're going to subtract 3 groups of 10 because 3 groups of 10 equals 30, and then you're going to subtract a 1. So 66 you're going to do subtract 10 3 times, minus 10, minus 10, minus 10, and then you're going to do minus 1. Okay? So some of you are getting a little bit mixed up on how to subtract. So if you do a drawing, you're subtracting group of 10, you just cross it off. You had 6 10s, and now you have 5 10s. So that would be 56. 1 2 3 4 5. Subtract another group of 10, you have 46. The ones are staying the same right now because you're not subtracting any groups of 1, you're subtracting groups of 10. So that'd be 46, and then subtract another group of 10. That changes to a 4, now we're changing it to a 3, 36. Now you're subtracting a 1. Subtract that 1, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left over, 35. You still have those 3 groups of 10, and then the 5 1s. So if you're getting mixed up and you don't know how to subtract, I highly suggest you draw it and then you subtract by crossing them off, and then one by one you subtract those multiple groups of 10 and then you subtract the 1s. Okay? So this is all you're going to practice today. Okay, so let me show you the problem set. So on the problem set, you're starting with the same whole for each question. You're just practicing adding or subtracting different wholes, okay? When it comes to numbers that don't have groups of 10, then you subtract 1s. You can subtract them all at once, or you could do, like for example, on 34 minus 9, you can subtract 9 groups of 1. So that means that on your paper, you would be writing 34, and then you do minus 1 9 times. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Or what you could do is, instead of doing 9 groups of 1 like that, let me just erase that and show you what I mean. If you know how to do it, you could just do the whole minus 9. Okay? But the other numbers, you're going to be doing multiples of 10 and then the ones, it looks like. Okay, so that's the only one you can really do that with. Okay? So that is your task for today. The back part for the problem set, same thing. Okay, it does say use you can use arrow-away, number bonds, or mental. Oops, sorry. So it says solve using the arrow-away, number bonds, or mental math. So I suggest you use arrow-away today because this is what we're practicing. Number bonds we learned, but I feel like a lot more of you feel more successful with arrow-away, so I definitely would like to see that work. It does say use scrap paper if needed. I suggest you use scrap paper so you don't get all mixed up. Okay, that's it for today.